is a brujo. I met him via the occult circles of Catemaco, Veracruz. I followed the rumors of a real Nahual, or as you may call it, a shapeshifter. I met a couple of women who told me about a man that had the ability to transform his body into one of an animal. One of the reasons I came to visit Mexico was to experience the rite of the Shanu and witness how the brujos turn into nahuales. So they set everything up. It wasn't cheap, and we had to follow the guidelines of two people we didn't really know. And at some point we thought we were victims of the local brujeria followers, or something worse. It all involved a series of phone calls and messages left in various occult places. Finally, we passed the test. They were testing our interest, and also they had to be sure we weren't recording or exposing them to the authorities. This is one of the reasons we work with few people. As followers of this path, we always make sure you are of trust. We traveled for almost 2 days until we reached a point in which we had to travel by boat. He lived in a small secluded area, surrounded by his personal guards. It is a small portion of a private island. We met him at night. He was a small man. Really small man. Old. Probably 70 years old. He had a really kind face. He was filled with joy, laughing all the time. And he was dressed as a regular Mexican football fan. So we trusted in whatever this brujo was saying. He offered us the kind of food that millionaires are used to, despite him inhabiting a private island near the Gulf of Mexico. He knew about the really expensive things in life. Also, he offered us the strongest cigars I have ever tasted, and he said to us he made them himself. He was kind and a fun old man. The brujo claimed to be a king among the villagers, and his fortune was because of his many miracles and powerful rituals he performed for politicians and also musicians from different parts of the world. He claimed to be a powerful nagual for the needs of revenge. This shocked me, to be honest. He said the villagers hire him to take down their enemies. This way an animal would be responsible, but also untraceable. The locals say nahuales can control themselves. They are different from animals, not only physically, they act differently. Senor Juan, a farmer who rented us the house we were staying in, told us that nahuales walk exactly like small children. No matter what animal they shapeshift into, they look like babies. This is how they recognize these brujos. But Black Rooster told us he is a friend of the villagers. He doesn't need to hunt or to steal to get things. He is well known, and he receives money, food, and also clothing from everyone around him. At exactly 2 a.m., he decided that it was time for us to watch him perform what he called his milagrito, small miracle. No drugs or illusions of any kind were involved. We were just 3 people sitting around the fire outside his house. Black Rooster started to dance. He chanted, and also he screamed in various languages, from Nahuatl to Otomi, English, French. His eyes were glowing with a fun but dark spark of life, and his dance was not a violent dance, but a beautiful, cathartic experience. We were watching a man becoming an animal. My companion was beginning to feel aroused. So did I. We couldn't explain what we were experiencing, but we surrendered to the brujo's right. A carnal ritual, animalistic and revealing. Then flames, but even from that far away, we could distinguish the colors and shapes of everything. His skin was turning into a darker tone. It was beyond the human skin tones. This man was not a hairy man. That way we could notice that his legs were being covered by a thick layer of gray hair. One of his feet started to catch fire, so he began to roll on the ground while biting his own foot, which was starting to look thinner. Also, his face was thinner. At this point, he was on the ground, howling like a madman. His tone was not deep, but a bright tone, like the one of a smaller animal, like a fox. His nose didn't turn black, and his teeth looked sharper, but they were placed over his human teeth. After nearly 10 minutes, we could watch how this grown man was standing in front of us, 2 sizes smaller than before, like the union of a man and a small coyote, but the face of a small child. Smaller, fangs, and no tail. He was this half-breed the Mexicans call Nahual.